check out that new style of playmat featured on 1000noble.com. So cool, so wow.
Hello everybody, my name is Connor and we are here with Pudding v Pudding. We start off with our search looking for a big mom, and boom, there she is. We do have the 10 cost ace in hand, which is useful, and Viola, which honestly you'd love to see Viola in hand as Pudding. I think going first and the starting hand having Viola is like such a good way to ramp so fast. So I definitely look for that in my starting hand. My opponent goes ahead and drops his own Pudding search, looking for a Big Mom Pirate, and he picks the 6-drop Katakuri. Pretty solid pick there, honestly. We do get a 0-cost event, which should be pretty helpful in our quest to stay alive. We go ahead and ramp with Pudding. We see the Miss All Sunday and Katakuri in life, and they counter out with the Hiyori. We drop to Dawn, flipping our life back down. You didn't see anything. Wow, this game is going very fast. And then we go ahead and pass turn. So we're sitting pretty good. We are already at 4 Dawn. Gonna go to 6 Dawn next turn. My opponent just hit 4 Dawn as well. Probably gonna do a similar play to mine if they have the 2K Viola, which they don't, so they end up swinging 5 with Pudding, and I don't have a ton of counter in hand, so I do decide to counter that Pudding hit and block. I'm thinking about blocking leader hit, and I go ahead and do that. Don't necessarily hate that play. I would really like to get the benefit from triggering out Miss All Sunday, and yeah, not really able to benefit off of that in this instance. So counting my Dawn to see where I'm at. Kind of don't really have a great play, so I do decide to flampe just to get that Miss All Sunday and draw some cards. And I think I actually do go ahead and play Miss All Sunday, ramping that Dawn, drawing a card. Yeah, I like that play. Good job, me. And I go 5 into the Pudding, the character. I think I said 5 into Pudding, and he said which one. We go ahead, ramp our Dawn, and there's another Miss All Sunday. So at that point in the game, I don't think that she's super helpful by the time we get there, but you know, she's not a bad card to have, especially she makes good 0-cost event fodder at the end of game. And we have been building up our board. We've got the flampe, which isn't going to do much, but the Miss All Sunday, that is a threat. That is another body to swing with, and my opponent hasn't been able to turn his life down, so he is ramping, but not, I don't know, I think we're ramping just a little faster, but he's close behind. I think he's got 4 more to 10, and I'm at 10 next turn. But yeah, taking his time to think about what he wants to do this turn, ends up dropping the Viola. So good that he got that. Good for him, not necessarily for us. And I'm trying to think of what we're probably just gonna drop 10 Mom next turn, especially because he's so ahead in life. He just swings massive. Must not be much else to do. I can't even count that high, and I do remind him to ramp there, which understandable when there's a lot going on, things like that. You forget sometimes, and I do end up taking the Katakuri, and our hand is massive, which is great. I think having it hand size in this game is pretty useful in this match specifically. We do drop the 10 Mom, going ahead and gaining life, trashing his Miss All Sunday, restanding my leader because I forgot to do that in my excitement to drop 10 Mom. I think just go ahead, swing that 5 at lead. They get the Searcher off of life. Solid trigger. I feel like they always have that Searcher in life every time I play them. And they end up finding their own 10 Mom, which is a little bit of a bummer for us. But seeing as they'll be at 10 next turn, And we go ahead and swing another 5, seeing if they can counter out of it. And they do. They end up giving us the new gate there, and we pass turn. I am expecting to discard that life. There it is. Discarding a 9 mom out of my life, which is pretty unfortunate. Kind of wish we could have got that, but he does swing 5 into Miss All Sunday, and I use my new gate to counter out, and we get another new gate. So at this point, not having steady like life gain, like another mom to heal with, is a little bit stressful. I feel like when you hit 10, you want to be healing every turn if you can. In this case, we can't. So definitely kind of a bummer there. So I go ahead and swing 5, I think. I'm thinking about swinging 5, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, what my play is. I'm thinking probably dropping some blockers. And I think I'm sorting out my Dawn. I hope I don't play my blockers first. I know my opponent... Well, at this point, I don't know if I know. But now I know my opponent does play the Onami in his deck, which is a solid play, honestly. Yeah, I swing 5, and he ends up taking. I swing the 6. He does have the Viola blocker, but he decides to 2k out of the 6. He takes the 10 cost mom. To me, I'm thinking he's got more moms in his hand. We drop 3 for the Brûlée blocker, and I think with the remaining 6, I am going to drop Sanji. Oh no, I dropped Katakuri. No, I think... Did I? Yeah, okay. I remember. I remember we were playing, and I dropped the Katakuri, and I said, wait, that's not the card I meant to drop. I meant to drop the Sanji, but accidentally putting Katakuri on the field. My opponent does let me take it back. We are at locals. It's pretty simple. He swings a 12, and I take the Miss All Sunday, getting more in my hand, trashing a blocker Sanji, which is a bummer. He swings 5 into the Miss All Sunday, and I go ahead and counter out. And depending on what I get here, so I do get a 10 mom, which is super nice, especially because we are at 0 life. We can see all of Boa Hancock's leggy in that playmat. Wow, cool playmat available for purchase on 1000noble.com. Shameless plug. And I think at this moment I'm torn between going for game and dropping another big mom, because I feel like with the cards my opponent has in hand, he doesn't have a ton of cards in hand. I could go for game with the bodies I have on board if I allocate my Dawn correctly, or I can just play it safe and drop 10 mom, and I think that's what I do. I'm okay with that. We end up trashing a Kikinojo from his deck, which is pretty useful. That card definitely scary. Pudding makes a break for it, popping out of my little case, dude. And we swing 5 into lead. We have a Big Mom swing and Miss All Sunday swing. Should have swung Miss All Sunday first here, because you are playing yellow. You have to be cognizant. I think cognizant's the word I want to use, of triggers. And I'm thinking if I can just survive the next turn, we 10 ace for the win, dude. So I think my opponent is debating on what he wants to do after this 5k swing. He does have the blocker Viola. He ends up countering out. We do another 5k. Yeah, I think if I need to, I could have rushed ace this turn actually. But 5k ends up countering, and I swing the 12 and they blocker, and we pass turn. I could have swung the blocker Sanji, but I think it's better to, in case they do have another 10 mom, I think it's better to have that protection. So they go 12 into Big Mom, and I blocker Brûlée. I want to keep my 10 moms alive. If he swings into life, that's fine. He ends up using the Hiyori to put something in his life, and at this point I'm pretty sure it's 0 cost. That's exactly what you want to do. And yeah, I'm getting the Miss All Sunday and the zero cost event ready to counter out. Because yeah, I don't have a ton of counter. So he ends up attaching Dawn. I'm like, wait, you just played that turn, didn't you? And he's like, oh, right, sorry. So no big deal. We take it back. As we said, locals, we're chilling. We're big chilling. Dropping 2. He wants to see what's in my life with the Viola, since he did Hiyori, so he knows what his life is. And yeah, I'm thinking this turn we, if he is able to survive the Big Mom onslaught, we drop the 10 ace. He ends up swinging, I think he swings into Big Mom. Yeah, and I dropped, yeah, okay, I end up dropping my whole hand to counter out, because I do know the Big Mom swing is coming. So we get a Capone, and I have to go for game here, I think, having to drop the 10 drop ace. Yeah, he must have been going into Big Mom, and I really valued Big Mom, I think, with the zero cost event in life, which we see there, zero cost event. It's worth keeping her alive. He's got 1 card in hand, so we swing 8, and if this is another zero cost event, we are potentially in trouble. We swing 12 blocks, and we swing the rest on lead, and oh, you see my hands go to my head. I am stressed. Keeping Big Mom alive there, I think, was a pretty solid choice. Unfortunate that I did have to give up the rush ace for the zero cost. I wanted to keep my board alive. I thought my board was pretty valuable in this turn, especially knowing that he had little in hand and a zero cost in life. Thought it was pretty valuable. So that is that game, guys. I think that's, if I remember correctly, oh yeah, we have one more pudding game, and then we will be on Marco for a little bit. I'm only doing a couple more Marco games though, because Marco is rough right now, guys. Marco is very rough. So gonna play some other fun decks, and we will probably revisit Marco after the starter decks come out. But yeah, that is gonna do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.